What if everything you wanted to achieve in 2025 didn't require hustling or hard work, but instead tapping into your inner power that you've been ignoring? In this video, I'm going to teach you a 5-step process to use your intuition to crush your goals in 2025 and make it one of your best years yet. The first step is intuitive goal setting. Instead of thinking of goals as a linear process, because growth and journeys are never a linear process. They are always full of ups and downs. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and usually there's twists and turns everywhere on the path. So I want you to use intuitive goal setting so that you could use your intuition as a navigation system to stay on the easiest path possible, to use the path of least resistance to your advantage, and your intuition is the way of doing that. It guides you through the world using feelings and sensations and signs and symbols to lead you on your way, and oftentimes we are disconnected from this process. We are disconnected from our inner knowing and from the synchronicities that the universe is trying to show us through signs and symbols. So we want to think of planning as a vibrational thing. So when we align with the proper vibration of what we want, we are able to navigate our way there through our senses, and our senses will lead us there via what they're trying to tell us. Our senses are signals to our minds from our bodies telling us what doesn't feel good, what does feel good, what's right and what's wrong. And we always have this inner knowing, but we need to actually engage it. And we do that by tapping into the frequency of whatever you want, and then realizing that you have the power to tap into that in the now. You can bring up those feelings now using the power of your imagination, and your intuition is inherently tied to your imagination. So I want you to use your imagination to tap into the frequency of what you want and to start evoking those emotions now. You could bring them up. Ask yourself, how do I feel if I were to achieve my goals? What would that look like? What would that feel like? And you could bring up that imagery in your mind and to vibrate on that level as a result of that, because your mind doesn't know the difference either way. Your mind thinks that it's happening in the now because only now exists. There is no past. There is no future. There's only now. So when we learn to embody the frequency of what we want, we are aligning ourselves in that reality. We are taking that parallel reality and we're anchoring ourselves to it and using that vibration as a way to create a framework where we could compare how we're feeling now to how we're feeling in that parallel reality. So when we don't vibrate on the same level, we won't be able to bring what we want towards us. Frequencies have to match. So you need to constantly check in with yourself, with your navigation system, and use it to your advantage. Use how you're feeling in your daily moods to calibrate what you need to do and how you need to feel in order to match that frequency of what you want and the reality of what you want. If you have a future where you're happy and blissful, but you spend your days being miserable and moody, then obviously that reality isn't going to match. And we want to match that physical vibration. We want to embody our future selves as if it is already happening. And when that happens, that those realities will collapse, those timelines will collapse, and whatever you're doing in the now will bring in that reality, that future, because you are embodying it, and that's what it looks like in this present moment. Those are what the beginning steps look like in this present moment. So we want to recalibrate our inner guidance system and understand our unique intuitive language. And that means, how does my intuition speak to me? How do I feel in my body when I'm getting intuitive hits from the universe? Do I sense symbols? Do thoughts come up into my mind and I have an inherent knowing that this is the right path? Does this feel good? Does this not feel good? Does this activate my nervous system in a bad way? Does this give me anxiety in a bad way? Or does this give me anxiety in a good way? Does it make me excited? Am I hopeful for the future? Am I living in alignment with how I want to live? And you could assess your intuitive calibration to make sure that it's on track with how you want to feel and if you are in alignment with it. And so we use our unique gifts, whether it's clarity via a knowing or clarity via sensations in our body or through smell. It's literally using our senses and tapping into the subtlety of their powers and engaging subtle energies that we are constantly reading as an input with our intuition, and we are giving feedback to those things and constantly creating a cycle of input and output to create feedback. And this is your intuition telling you whether you're on the right track or not. So we want to calibrate our inner guidance system using our unique gifts and tapping into those subtle energy patterns to literally feel our way through the world. So an option to do this is through journaling. You could journal your mood and what you want and what you hope to achieve. You could script. Scripting is a great way to convince your mind that you are in the reality that you want by saying, I am doing this, I am achieving this, this is happening right now for me. Even when it's not realistically happening right now, you want to write it as if it is happening right now. And that'll help you calibrate your inner knowing, your senses, to align with that intuitive guidance system that's clearly taking you on the path of what you want to achieve. So we want to clear any intuition blockages, including identifying any mental or emotional barriers, whether it's limiting beliefs like I'm not worthy of what I want, I'm not capable of what I want to achieve. Everyone starts somewhere, and we need to let go of anything that stands in our way. And to do that, we would choose the path of least resistance. Always choose the easiest way possible, because why would you want to work harder than you need to? Why would you constantly want to keep hustling when A, it doesn't work, and B, it burns you out? So we want to identify any mental blocks, any resistance that comes up, anything that says you have to do something a certain way in order to achieve it, and therefore it's not possible for me. Everything is possible. It is not up to you to decipher how is something going to happen. We need to let go of that and have trust in the universe, trust in God and our intuition, which are all inherently connected, to guide us to the thing that we want to achieve just by having the intention to do so, regardless of what your life looks like, regardless of what your abilities look like. Always choose the path of least resistance. And that would look like things that would be getting rid of any barriers that stand in your way. So if you are wanting to start a business, for example, it is easier now than ever to start a business. You could do everything from your phone. There are so many free plans and so many tools that could help you build your business that would allow you to make a substantial income if you utilize those tools. Social media is free. Your phone is obviously in your hands at all times. Your internet is a privilege to utilize, because most people don't have that ability to go after what they want, because they don't have access to worldly things like internet and a phone in your hand. Not everyone has that. Billions of people don't have that. So you should take advantage of the privileges that you were given to release any blockages and to release any resistance, and to tap into that path of least resistance to get what you want. Like I said, everything is easy now. So many free plans, so many ways to go about things, and you will use your intuition to guide you to whatever is a match to what you're trying to do. For example, that online business, you could create everything from a Google Doc and a Google spreadsheet, and use social media to market it, and to use free plans to create an email list and to send out emails to people. It is easier now than it will ever be to start a business. So if that's something you want to do, just go after it. Start messy, take messy action, and allow your intuition to guide you based off how that feels to you in the moment. So we want to heal trauma-based decision-making patterns, including anything that made you feel less than, anything that doesn't make you feel worthy, anything that blocks your confidence. You gain confidence by doing. You gain confidence by action taking. You gain trust and self-love by taking action and proving to yourself that you are willing to show up, that you are willing to take action, and you are willing to go after what you want, because you wouldn't have these desires if you didn't want them and you didn't feel worthy of them. The fact you can even conceive something means you could go after it. So we want to use emotional release techniques and energy clearing and meditations and cord cutting and journaling to reprogram our mind and to change our neural pathways to think a different way that suits how we want to think, to realize that we are worthy, to say confidently, I am worthy and I am capable and I could do this and I could achieve anything and I have the capacity to grow and I trust the divine timing of my life. I trust my intuition to get me there, and I trust God to get me there, or the universe to get me there. You are constantly being guided to your higher calling. You're constantly being guided to your higher good. You just need to tap into whatever that pulling force is and to go after it and to not let limiting beliefs and thinking get in your way. And by practicing techniques that will help you alleviate these blockages, like meditating and cord cutting and journaling, like I said, you will release them and things will get easier and you will trust yourself more, and that will lead to more action, and more action will lead to more confidence, and more confidence will lead to more action, and you'll be constantly upgrading and leveling up because of this experience and this feedback and the input that you're giving to the universe, and the universe will tell you whether you're on the right track or not. You will use your intuition to tap into those signs, into that information, to let yourself know, this isn't serving me, this is going exactly how I don't want it to go, this isn't going exactly how I want it to go. And the more you align with your authenticity and your integrity and how you want to feel and how you want your life to look like, the more you will call in and the faster it'll happen. So that would lead me to the next step. So we want to develop our intuition muscle by learning to pivot without losing momentum. So if something isn't working for you and you're dialed into your intuition, you'll know if it's right or not. It will tell you if it's good or not. And it doesn't mean that if it's hard, that it's not working, that it's not worthwhile. There is good stress and there is bad stress. And good stress is exactly what we need to build that muscle. It's like working out at a gym. We need to tear down our muscles in order for it to build it. So that works for your intuition as well. You want to use your intuition muscle and actively stretch it out and to see if what it's telling you is correct or not, or if you're dialed into it or not. And the more you do that, the more you practice, the bigger that muscle will get and the clearer things will be. The more clarity you'll have, the more confidence you'll have, and the more you'll be able to cut down that timeline and collapse those timelines to make things happen faster. So we want to constantly clear our energetic boundaries. We want to hold boundaries with ourselves. We want to show up with integrity and to commit to this, to building the life that we want, and to show up on a consistent basis and take action consistently, because that is the only way to collect data. That is the only way to get that feedback that you need to see if your intuition is accurate or not. And the more you take action, the more you can become clear on what steps are the right steps and what steps aren't the right steps, and how to show up more authentically to align with how you want to live and how you want to operate. So the vibrational goal is alignment, and alignment is the vibration. So it's a constant feedback and a constant cycle of maintaining the vibration you want by using energetic boundaries, by using energy clearing techniques, by doing the inner work, by clearing any blocks that come up in your mind as a form of resistance or excuses even. If you can't stop thinking about something, that is your intuition guiding you. So we want to follow that inner knowing. We want to follow the signs and the symbols and the synchronicities and use those as confirmation that we are on the right track. So this leads me to the fifth step. We want to rely on people that are supportive of our endeavors. We want to realize that our environment is what impacts us the most. So if you are in a non-supportive environment, or you're creating a non-supportive environment, you need to change it in order to cultivate the self-confidence and vibration you need to go after what you want. So it's important to have support. If anything, support is paramount to achieving anything, to being happy in life. And if you are surrounded by people who are constantly poo-pooing on your beliefs or poo-pooing on what you want to go after or saying things aren't realistic or they even laugh at you, get rid of them. Surround yourself with people and things that make you feel good. This is about vibration. You want to feel good and you want to chase after what feels good and get rid of what doesn't. So that would be the goal, and I want you to know that you are always supported and divinely guided. And if you need more guidance, I would highly suggest surrounding yourself with people that can encourage and support you, to learn from people, even on YouTube, for example. Like right now, you are surrounding yourself with people who have achieved things that you wanted to achieve or have achieved things that the average person doesn't even dream about, just simply because they've taken the risk and they take the chance to grow and to develop that intuition muscle. So if you want to learn more and you want to do it in a supportive setting with other people who are also trying to learn how to build their intuition and to go after the things that they truly desire, then I would highly suggest joining my Sacred Circle for Intuitive Women. The link is below. In there, we will teach you how to tap into your inner wisdom, to learn to trust yourself and your intuition, to develop your psychic superpower so that you can manifest fast and with ease. So the link is in the comments. I would love for you to join. That's all I have for today. So I hope this video was helpful, and I can't wait to see you inside the community. I love you so much. Have a great day.